It's time we return to the making of the Patriarch, Christian's SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 story mode. We've just established ourselves amongst the legends of the business as the Legends World Tour wraps up. Now with the Royal Rumble approaching, it's time to focus on ensuring we earn that title shot at WrestleMania. We start the episode speaking with Vince McMahon, where we find that we've got the option to lock up the number 30 entry into the Royal Rumble if we can win a triple threat match, and that's an offer we can't refuse. We dive right into said triple threat match where we find Muhammad Hassan and Shawn Michaels waiting for us. Hassan, the number 1 entrant, and HBK, the number 30 entrant, were committed to making life as difficult as possible for us, and made for quite the obstacle to overcome. This match was highly contested, but thanks to a couple of unprettiers, we were able to emerge victorious, which should supposedly make us the number 30 entrant into the Royal Rumble. On the next episode of Raw, we find ourselves competing in an over-the-top rope battle royal, with no indication of potential consequence of the result. I hope it's not much because we were tossed out rather quickly. These matches are always pure chaos with so many things going on at once. However, through all of the calamity, it would be the incomparable Eugene to come out of this one on top. Despite the loss, we are still in prime position to leave the Royal Rumble with a title shot at WrestleMania, barring any major shenanigans.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, earlier tonight we witnessed a classic bout for the World Heavyweight title. So before we begin the Royal Rumble match, allow me to formally introduce you to your new World Heavyweight Champion. You see, despite Eric Bischoff's apparent desire to keep the World Heavyweight Championship vacant, Raw will indeed have a champion to represent the brand at WrestleMania. And speaking of Eric Bischoff, I plan on personally coming to Raw tomorrow to get an explanation from him as to why he's been vacating every title on the brand. Now remember, the man who wins tonight's Royal Rumble will earn a title opportunity at the greatest sports entertainment spectacle of all time, WrestleMania 22. Yes, the road to WrestleMania begins right here, right now, in this very ring.
No chance, so that's what you got.
Fun fact here, despite Mr. McMahon announcing Triple H's victory earlier in the night, it's rather clear that Kane should actually be the World Heavyweight Champion. Nice going. Regardless of who is champion, we are coming into this Royal Rumble determined, and what may be more important, fresher than any other competitor as we have the coveted number 30 spot. Although historically at this point in time, there had not been a winner at the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble yet. It had come down to a collection of superb intercontinental champions. Chris Jericho and Christian made up the final two and went head-to-head in an encounter that could truly go either way. However, we were able to get the upper hand, hit Y2J with an unprettier, which would weaken our foe, allowing us to go over and win the Royal Rumble, securing a world title match and beginning the road to WrestleMania. Vince McMahon then did what he promised the next day, made an appearance on Monday Night Raw to determine the cause of Bischoff's cold feet to crown a champion.
Well, Mr. McMahon, as everyone knows, I used to be in charge of WCW, the most dominant force in the sports entertainment industry. What was it? 88 weeks in a row that we beat this very show in the ratings?
Long story short, Bischoff is still salty over WCW and reveals his plan for sabotage from the inside. But Mr. McMahon seems to be way ahead of Bischoff.
And sports entertainment.
Save it! It's JBL, right?
What?
You see, I've known about your pathetic little scheme for months, Eric. Well, JBL's going to get a bit more drama than he bargained for when he arrives here tonight. You see, I've got someone waiting for JBL in the parking lot. The man who won an opportunity to challenge Triple H for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania.
That's me.
In case you haven't figured it out by now, the only thing you are is, you're fired.
We've now found ourselves matched up with JBL, who was Bischoff's partner all along, in a parking lot brawl. A fight then ensued, giving the partner no time to even change into proper attire. A suit was ruined, and a plan was foiled as we brutalized JBL here.
On behalf of all the Raw superstars, I taught SmackDown a lesson about what happens when you try to mess with the dominant brand of sports entertainment. And Vince McMahon gave me his personal assurance that there will be no more interference from SmackDown until after WrestleMania. Which is just how I want it. I've shed blood, sweat, and tears to get to where I am today. The World Heavyweight title is a crown jewel in our business. And it brings out the best in every superstar that comes near it. Eric Bischoff could never understand that, and that's one reason why he's the ex-general manager of Raw.
Amen to that.
And speaking of the World Heavyweight title, here's the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H. He won the title at the Royal Rumble. Remember, JR?
How could I forget?
You know, I usually disagree with this Joker about damn near everything. So I'm as shocked as anyone else to realize that we're on the same page this time. This is the crown jewel of our business. This is the ultimate prize. It's the last thing on every superstar's mind when they go to sleep at night, and the first thing on their mind when they wake up.
I have to admit he's right, King. If the World Heavyweight title isn't on your mind, you're in the wrong business.
And the single, ultimate reason this title means so much is because it's around the waist of me. The game. Every loser in the back thinks that if he can wear this title, he might one day be good enough to be mentioned in the same breath as Triple H.
Imagine that, JR. Who wouldn't want to be mentioned alongside an all-time great like Triple H?
Oh, please.
But listen to me very carefully. This title is a part of me, and I am a part of it. Without the title, my life has no meaning. You may have your opportunity against me at WrestleMania, but you'll never beat me for this title. You'll never take away that part of me, so take a good look now, because this is the closest you will ever come to it as long as I'm around. And why? Because I'm that damn good.
After delivering a WrestleMania main event worthy promo, we are interrupted by our upcoming opponent, Triple H. Triple H sets the stage for our upcoming clash. There's a lot to unfold on this road to WrestleMania, and we'll get into all of it in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.
And I already can't wait to see somebody take it